Hello children, welcome to this English teleteaching program. Today we will be discussing your grammar topic, the passive, and our focus will be on possible questions. My dear students, you know you have been already taught this topic, the passive, and you have understood. And before going to discuss some questions, let us know some important points. Let us remind some of the important points which have already been taught to you. So, let us go to the slides first. Beautiful picture, you look at the screen, right. On the top, the famous temple, the image of famous temple, Konark temple, and to your right side you can find the image of Narasimha, the great king, right. So, let us go to the sentences. You see, Konark is called the Arkakshetra, right, and people call Konark Arkakshetra. So, there are two sentences, the first sentence is passive sentence and the second sentence is active sentence. So, why passive? Because you see, so Konark temple is called the Arkakshetra, that means people call this, right, people call Konark. So, Konark is the object and the object now is used as the subject, that is why this is where the object is now used as the subject, and this is why the sentence is called passive sentence, the object has been focused. So, the active people call Konark, right, and you just see. So, Konark, this is the object, people call Konark. So, Konark is the object, people is subject. Now, in the first sentence Konark becomes the subject. So, object becomes subject and the sentence is passive sentence, right. So, why this is Arkakshetra? The name of Konark temple is the combination of two words. You just see, Kona meaning corner in English and Arka meaning the sun. So, Arka अर्थ होउचंती सूर्य एवं कोण होउचंती कनर, तेणु से दीटा शब्द को मिसिकी कोणार्क मंदिर होइचे. एटा गोटे क्विज क्वेश्चन भाया गोटे जनरल नॉलेज क्वेश्चन. यू रिमेंबर दिस एंड यू look at the last sentence, right. The last sentence you see, right. So, Arkakshetra is called Konark. Konark is called the Arkakshetra and Arkakshetra is called also Konark. This is also a passive sentence. So, this is our identification of what is passive. What is a passive sentence? You have already been taught all these things, right. I am just recapitulating all these things. Let us go to some other important points. You see, use of the passive different patterns in different patterns of sentences, right. You just see, cricket is played everywhere in India, new warm clothes are given to the poor and helpless people. So, both the sentences are in present simple form and the passive form is, you just see, right. So, is played, right. So, be verb, mark the auxiliary verbs in present tense followed by en form, that means is, this is the be verb, right, this is the be verb and this is en form of the verb play. So, is played, new warm clothes are given, you see, are given. So, be verb plus en form of the verb give, right. So, these are the present simple form of the passive sentences. Let us go to the next. Past simple, you see, the thief was arrested, you just see how is plus en form of the verb and here in the past simple was plus en form of the verb, right, was arrested. So, this is the be verb, you see, was, and arrested, you see, arrested is the en form or third form of the verb arrest. Sweets were distributed, were distributed. So, be form were and distributed, distribute and distributed, right. So, this is the third form of the verb. In this way, this is the past simple pattern of the passive sentences, right. Let us see some other patterns, other for sentence forms, and present progressive. You see this road is being repaired, is being repaired. So, people are repairing the road and the road is being repaired, kora jauchi, right. You just see is being repaired. So, when progressive is there in the progressive passive sentence, the be verb is there and another verb being, this being that indicates that the work is on progress. So, the road is being, that means the repairing work is being done or it is on progress, right. And in the second sentence this temple is being built, right. So, be verb plus being plus third form of the verb, this is the form of the present progressive passive sentences, right. Let us go to the next form, past progressive. You see the walls of my room were being painted, right. So, again this is be form, this is be plus ing, this indicates the work is on progress, and painted, this is the en form, verb plus en, right. This is be plus ing, being, right. And now you a chair was being made, was being again kora jautila, the room were being painted, rango dia jautila, right, the walls of the room, right. And this is the form of the past progressive, right. So, let us go to the next form, then we will discuss the questions. Present perfect, the room has been decorated. You see when passive is in present perfect, then we have to use have or has and present, right, and has been, you see. So, has is there, this is the form of the present perfect passive sentences, been is there and decorated, and in the second sentence flowers have been collected, you just see, right, have been collected. This is the present perfect form of the sentence. Let us see the next one, past perfect exactly has been, and here what happens, this is had been and verb plus en form, decorated, and here also the exact thing, had been blown up, right. The roofs of houses had been blown off in the storm, सब जाक उड़ी जाइथिला, and exactly the room looked beautiful, it had been nicely decorated, right. So, this is the form of the past perfect, right. And now you see passive with modal. So, when there is a modal sentence, the letter will be, so this is modal verb, this is the modal verb, and will be typed, should be completed. So, when there is a modal in the active sentence and we change it into passive form, then it should be used with be and the verb should be in third form. So, will be typed, should be completed, can be completed, may be completed, like this, must be completed, like this, right. So, my dear children, we discussed some important points and let us focus on some questions. We will discuss some important questions, different questions, and in this pattern you can find, you may not get the exact question, but your question must be there in this, in one of these patterns which we are going to discuss, right. So, question number 1, we grow rice once a year, we grow rice, the sentence is in present simple form. Let us see the options first. Option A, rice are grown once a year, rice is grown once a year. C, rice is grown by the people. D, rice was grown by the people, right. So, you see rice is uncountable, so we cannot use were. Then come to B, C, D, rice is grown once a year, rice is grown by the people, rice was grown, this is present simple. So, there is no question of, I can say, rice was. So, out of this B and C, now you see by the people rice is grown, it is understood. So, we should not use by. So, maybe the answer you see the right answer, rice is grown once a year. This is the correct answer, right. So, we have already discussed the present simple. This is the present simple, and the present simple form of the passive sentence is be verb plus third form or en form of the verb, right. So, is grown once a year, and we cannot say rice are, because rice is uncountable and it takes singular verb, right. So, let us go to the next question number 2. So, dear children, now you see question number 2. Question number 2, the children are playing football in this field, right. And you see what happens. Before going to the options, I am just going to say something. Here are playing, this indicates that the sentence is in progressive form. So, what will the passive? Let us see, its passive will be, yes, option A, football is played in this field. Option B, football is being played in this field. Option C, football is played by the children. Option D, football can be played by the children. So, you see are playing अच्छी एठी आमे कोन करिबा, आमे गोटे बी वर्ब लगेइबा, बी वर्ब सहित गोटे बिंग भी लागिबो. We have already discussed progressive form of the passive sentence. So, now you see the is being is there. So, let us see, before going to select the option, let us see the answer. Yes, that is the correct answer, option B. So, option B is the correct answer, and that is football is being played in this field, right. So, this is the progressive form, and is being, that indicates the progressive form, right, and that is why this is the en form. So, is being played, football is being played in this field, right. So, let us go to the next question, question number 3. I saw him climbing a tree. So, my dear children, I have selected some sample questions of different patterns, right. So, one we discussed, question number 1 present simple, question number 2 present progressive, this is also another type of question, right. I saw him climbing a tree. Let us go to the options. Option A, he was seen to climb a tree. Option B, he was seen climb a tree. Option C, he was seen climbing a tree. Option D, he is seen to climb a tree. So, you see I saw means this is past simple. I saw him, that means he was seen, right. So, he was seen, then you see the right answer, he was seen climbing a tree, right. So, the right answer is he was seen climbing a tree, right. So, this is the correct answer, option C. Once again I repeat, I saw, this is past simple, and the past simple passive form is was seen, right. So, he was seen, and the rest part is added here, climbing a tree, right. So, let us go to the next question, question 4. Did the police arrest the thief yesterday? This is a question, and we will discuss how it should be made passive. Let us see the options. Option A, was the thief arrested by the police? Option B, is the thief arrested yesterday? Option C, was the thief arrested yesterday? D, the thief was arrested, right. So, you just see, was the thief arrested by the police? So, by the police, arrested means police is understood. So, there should not be any police, right. And again, is the thief arrested yesterday? But the sentence is did, here you see the sentence is in past simple, because did is the operator or the auxiliary verb here, and that is why the sentence is in past form, and the past passive is was, right, was plus third form of the verb. So, let us see the right answer. You see, was the thief arrested yesterday? This is the right answer, option C is the right answer. So, when we want to make a question into passive form, we have to see also in which form or in which tense form this sentence has been used, and accordingly we have to change it. I think you understand this, and we will go to the next question, right. So, question 5, who broke the window? This is again another question, and the question is also, you see, the form is, the tense form is in simple past. Who broke? Break, broke, right. So, let us go to the options and see the options. By whom the window was broken? B. By whom was the window broken? C. By whom is the window broken? D. By whom has the window been broken? And let us see the right answer. The right answer is by whom was the window broken. Why? You see, has, there is, it is, the sentence is in past, simple past. So, this option is rejected, right. So, this option is rejected, you see. Then you look at C, by whom is. So, is there, the sentence is in past tense, that is why here we can find is, that is, this is in present simple present tense, that is why this is also rejected. Now, we have two options, by whom the wind was broken, and this is a question, that is why was should not be used here, the verb was should not be used here, and you see was is used before the window, that is why the option B is the right answer. This is how you can find out the answer. So, by whom was the window broken, right. So, let us go to the next question, question 6. His son was made to do it. Most of the time you can find this type of questions in your exam, right. His son was made to do it. Let us see the options. Option A, he made his son to do it. Option B, his son has to do it. Option C, he made his son do it. Option D, he wanted his son to do it. So, his son was made to do it. Actually, you look at the sentence is in active form, it is it is in passive form, and the question requires its active form, right. You just see, you have to find the active form of the passive sentence, right. So, that is why his son was made to do it means he made his son to do it, he made his son do it, he wanted his son. Make verb actually does not take this to. So, let us see the correct answer first, then we will discuss, right. Yes, the correct answer is he made his son do it, right. So, why? Because you just see to is there, so made is there, you can find made to, this is not accepted. His son has to do it, this is also not accepted, has to do, and he wanted his son, the correct, this is also not correct, and he made his son do it means his son was made to do it, right. In passive form we can use this to do, mind it, but in active sentence we cannot use to do, right. So, the correct answer is option C, he made his son do it, right. So, let us go to the next question, question 7, cheese dash from milk. So, my dear students, you can find some questions where you are to use just the correct form of the verb, right. So, cheese dash, you just see there is nothing to change the sentence, but you have to select the form of the verb. Let us go to the options. Option A, are made, option B, is made, option C, were made, option D, have been made. So, cheese is uncountable. So, no question of are rejected. Then were also and have also not. I think this is the right answer. Let us see the correct answer, is made. So, cheese is made, right. So, cheese is made from milk. This is the correct answer, right. So, let us go to the next question. English dash all over the world. Exactly the same thing like the question number 7, and let us see the options. Has been spoken, was spoken, is spoken, and are spoken, and the correct answer is spoken. English is spoken all over the world, and this is the right answer. Option C is the right answer, right. So, let us go to the next question. Question number 9, the Ramayana dash by Valmiki, right. Option A has been written, option B had been written, option C was written, option D was being written, and the correct answer is was written, because Valmiki wrote the Ramayana. And you see the Ramayana, before Ramayana we can use Mahabharata, Ramayana, Gita, we can use the article the, right. So, the Ramayana was written by Valmiki. This is the correct answer. Let us go to the next question. Question 10, people dash justice these days, right. Option A are denied, option B were denied, option C have been denied, option D will be denied. And look at the adverbials these days, right. This will determine, right. So, present form actually. So, people, I think the right answer is are denied. So, people are denied justice these days. This is the right answer. Option A is the correct option to be used as a answer, right. Let us go to the next question. Question 11, a new house dash next year, right. Let us see the options. Option A was bought, option B is bought, option C will be bought, option D has been bought. And you see, my dear children, sometimes the adverbials will tell you the correct form of the verb. So, next year means I think will be bought. Let us see the answer, right. So, you just see the correct answer is option C will be bought, right. So, a new house will be bought next year. So, whenever you have to use the correct form of the verb, then you have to see the adverbials or adverbs which are there in the sentence, and they will tell you what to or which type of form is to be used in the sentence, right. So, let us go to the next question. Question 12, a tree is lying across the road, it dash in the storm, right. Yes. Option A has been blown down, option B is blown down, option C had been blown down, option D have been blown down, and the correct option is has been blown down. Because why? Because the tree is lying, that is resultive. So, perfect aspect is there, a tree is lying, the lying across the road. So, from one side to another side, the speaker looks at it, there is result, there is evidence, that is why it is better to you select the perfect form of the tense, right. So, perfect present perfect tense of the form, that means a tree is lying across the road, it has been blown down in the storm, right. So, my dear children, I think we have discussed some questions which are of different types, which are of different patterns, and this type of questions are supposed to come in your examination, and I think you will be able to answer all the questions. Thank you very much. See you in the next class.